Dr. Umar, black
That during
jobs.
the debate that Joe Biden is taking black jobs and giving them to migrants, he was correct. Although he didn't say it because he cared about us, but he's right. When people say, what do you mean by black jobs? Get out your bougie feelings and deal with the reality. 1/3 of black men have a felony. So there's a lot of jobs they will never qualify for. They are mostly what? Essential workers, warehouse, trucking, security. And a lot of those jobs are going to who? The migrants. So that's what he meant by black jobs. We got to stop being so sensitive and look at the reality of it. I was reading a report the other day. They said the Latinos taking over the construction jobs. They taking them over. And the low industry work, like your gardening, your landscaping, completely taking it over. They're not the enemy. The problem is black people don't get as much opportunity. So then people say, well, white people don't really like brown people like that. That's true. But you know what the difference is? They don't have the burden of accountability with them that they have with us. We built the country. So every time they look at us and deal with us, the bottom line is y'all brought them here and they built y'all into what y'all are. They don't have to say that to the Venezuelans. They don't have to say that to the Colombians. They don't have to say that to the Mexicans. So although they don't like brown, they would much rather deal with them than the black, because with the black, there is a white man's burden that you owe them restitution for 246 years of unpaid labor. Now let's look at what Eric Adams is doing over there in New York. A family of four is getting $1,400 a month. $1,400 a month. Do you know that that's more than what some of the veterans are getting with a child? They're getting more money than veterans who served in the military. Not only that, they're getting free food stamps, free child care, and permanent housing. Although New York City has a black homelessness rate no less than 35%. So you got black people who pay taxes living on the street, and you got migrants who ain't paid a single tax in their life, eating and living better than the black people who built the country. If I was talking to Eric Adams and Brandon Johnson of Chicago, I would ask them something. What is the Democratic Party giving you guys that you're willing to sacrifice your political future to push this migrant agenda? Because I don't see how they get reelected by black folks. I don't see how. And if your city goes to the migrants, you can best believe the migrants ain't electing no black person to mayorship. So you're literally dying on your sword for the Democratic Party. Do you know that New York City has spent $1.5 billion on the migrant crisis so far? It's projected that this year, 2023 was $1.5 billion to take care of the migrants. $1.5 billion. 2024 and 2025, they said it will cost New York City $9 billion. Chicago has spent about $350 million this year on the migrant crisis, and that's expected to quadruple. And you know what was so disrespectful about Chicago with regard to Brandon Johnson? Remember all them schools they shut down in Chicago because they said they couldn't afford to operate them? Mm-hmm. They opened them up. Not only did they open them up, they renovated them. Turned them into apartments for migrants, so you sleep upstairs, go to school downstairs. How is it that you ain't got money for jobs for black people, which is a big reason why you got so much crime? You got all these homeless black people in Chicago, but you can take care of the migrants before you take care of black people, and that's why I'm hoping that.
Pause. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Smash that like button. What do you guys think? So, right now, I'm waiting on something to eat. So I said, hey, why not make sure that I'm capitalizing on the time, right? So, Dr. Umar, and I normally don't agree with him on a couple of things, but some things I agree with him on, like this right here, right? Now, as far as his school, I believe he's the next Black Lives Matter. He's been trying to open up the school for 19, 20 years. He keeps getting funding. Y'all keep hitting his Cash App, and I ain't seen nothing yet. Can we talk about it? Well, let's talk about it. But this is basically about one thing and one thing only. These black jobs, right? People feel insulted. After we get out your feelings, after black people get out their feelings, yes, we are in a certain position. We're in a certain place. We're not subjected to be, but hey, it's what it is. From restaurants to dishwashers to anything that you can think of, right? That's not corporate is considered a black job. Hey, don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. It is what it is. So I didn't think that he was being insulting when he said that. He was just letting you know, hey, what I see is what I see. For instance, now, are people going to get mad at the fact that you have something called Hispanic jobs? When you walk into the restaurants, Chipotle's, the five-star restaurants, who do you see working? You don't see the Hispanic people tripping about, hey, they say that we only belong to a certain job. No, you don't. You move up, you step up, and you move forward. You know? So why is the black community so mad about that fact? That's the part that I don't get, right? It's just I won't never understand it. I won't ever get it. But we understand it's for political reasonings. And of course, they're trying to attack Trump. They don't want him to win the election. They put Kamala second runner up after Biden, which to me was a horrible idea because what's her track record? What have she done? What position have she held? The position that she did hold, we knew the position that she held was simple, right? The position that she held, to me, was the border patrol head, the czar. And to me, she did a horrible job because look what's happening. Beneficial to them, but horrible to the masses. Your tax dollars are paying for the migrants getting $20,000 a month in assistance. Whoa. While the veterans are getting zero to nothing. These are people that fought in the war. That America won't be America if they didn't have these people on the front line. So what I don't understand is that it seems as if they use you, abuse you, and after they finish with you, they go to another demographic. And then they try to play the race against race or this against that. The same things that's happening over and over again. But let me know your thoughts down below. What do y'all think about Umar Johnson, his point of views on the president? And if Michelle does get elected, right, is she just going to be a candidate that's representing Obama in a skirt? I thought that was, that kind of makes sense. I see why he waited to endorse her. But will the American people fall for this trickery? That's the ultimate question. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your votes. It's your choice, your votes. I already told you guys and informed you guys about the electoral votes and what. That's the vote that truly matters. So figure that out. And the popular vote, we're going to see who win in this upcoming November. CIA also is saying that Trump has a lot of assassination attempts that's lined up. So I want to know what the Secret Service plan on doing about that. Y'all play for Trump. Y'all pray for America because it's surely needed. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Smash that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. And remember, go vote. But don't vote with identity politics. Please don't do that because that's all the marketing. That's all they coming up with now. Identity. Oh, we can relate to her. No. How could you relate to her? Relate to people that have your best interests. Relate to people that has your policy, a policy set in stone to protect you and your community. Relate to those people. And the last time I checked, the black community can't relate to any group. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Boom.